says here, to covet is to strongly desire, crave, or long for something, particularly something that belongs to someone else. It often implies an inordinate, envious, or wrongful desire, though it can sometimes mean simply wishing for something eagerly. Okay.
This is the internal sin of evil desires. Leads to outward sinful acts.
So biblical definition.
Lutheran Study Bible definition.
Yeah, I knew what that was. I think I had that little short abbreviated dictionary on biblical definition. So.
Oh, yeah.
But.
So then, because then it says, yet is not recognized as sinful until we hear God's forbidding command.
So it's not wrong until it goes against God's command.
So like the eager, like being, like we're coveting Jesus' return. Like that's not sin.
That's not a sin.
Right, like we're eagerly awaiting it.
Right.
So,
But if your neighbor has a really fancy new car,
yeah.
now, mind you, I think, I mean, if you had somebody who knew, you had some, a nice vehicle or a nice material thing, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's nice. I'm envious. Okay, fine.
But your heart's not right.
But you're not sinning. But if it's like, oh, I gotta have it, I'm gonna go get it.
Go into debt and not be able to afford anything, and yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
But that car advertisement tells you you deserve it.
You need it.
Yeah.
We went on a field trip Thursday, and we rode in someone's car who was like pretty new, and my car is not new. And he's saying, "Man, this is a nice car." I'm like, "Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's cool." But then the mom was like, "I'm sure your car's paid off, so that's nice."
Oh man, I'll have this. I gotta take this. You may have noticed last week I don't know if you did or not. We come up with a new pickup truck.
Well, I saw it sitting in the driveway at the parsonage.
Bond notice. He wasn't coveting though.
So we're down to one vehicle. Out of all the cars I own, mine's the only one running down the highway, and everything else is broke. And I'm like, I don't have time. I don't know when I'm gonna get this thing in the shop, if I'll ever get it in the shop. And I said, we gotta have another car. Of course, mine's the only one that's not paid off, and everything else was, so. And I don't know that much on mine, so I said, oh, we gotta find you a truck. I hate doing it. I hate going out and having to buy something when I got everything paid off and I can work on it, do this and do that. So, fine, I'll go buy something. So I bought this thing. I didn't know pickup trucks could come with so many options.
Yeah, they're like space cars now.
I got a
And
button.
there's not like old knobs and buttons. It's like a screen.
I could push a button on the key fob and the tailgate comes open on its own. I'm like, wait a minute, this is wrong. Push it again. Uh-oh, it closes on its own. I'm like, what on earth is this doing?
It's a truck.
It's a truck. It shouldn't do things like this. I didn't even talk, I mean, I know my salesman for years. He said, did you discover this and that on it yet? I said, what? He goes, yeah. You want to parallel park it? Push the button.
Wait, what?
Yours is probably a lot newer than
Ah.
mine, but
It
No, I was saying, I can't believe
parks itself.
I wanted to know where tow haul mode was. Well, there's no books anymore. You have to go on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
In your vehicle.
You don't get the big like zip binder
Yeah.
thing anymore.
So
Oh, no,
anyway,
you get a little manual.
I wasn't finding it, so I got it here in town, so I drove over to Offlanders. I said, where's tow haul mode? He said, well, it's on that little dial by your gear shift. I said, there is no little dial by my gear shift. So they gotta get out, get their cell phone out. Went to the board and found out that it's up here on the dash and you gotta turn it a certain way. It's like
Yeah, it's nuts. And I'm sitting there going through, oh, apps, okay, you know how apps are on your phone, right? Oh, hit that button. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, my neighbor, I absolutely do not covet my neighbor's vehicle.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He has a Cybertruck. Now, I will admit that a Cybertruck got technology out there. It'll do everything. Finally got my ride in it where he took me down. But he actually has a name for it. It's called Theophilus.
Theophilus.
Theophilus looking truck in Higginsville.
That's the best thing to call it.
And it is. I mean, they're ugly. Let's face it, they're ugly.
Looks like a Pinewood Derby car to me going down the
But
highway.
the technology behind it is absolutely amazing. He took me out. He said, now you got your seatbelt on. He said, put your head back. He punched it. I mean, we hit 90.
Just like that.
Nothing flat. Then he turned around. He said, okay, it's going to drive us home. So he punched that in, drove us right back to the driveway.
Oh my gosh.
Never touched a thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think I have too many control issues for that. Like, unless Jesus is driving my car, no thank you.
Well, and I guess we're all doing it, but we've lost the thought of what a vehicle does. That's get you from point A to point B.
Right, which is why mine has 216,000 miles on it. I'm still driving it because I don't want to buy a new one because it still gets me from point A to point B.
That's
And
me.
you don't like paint.
Right, yeah.
It's like me, and I hate having to pay for it. It's there.
I mean, it is a part of life. You eventually, like, we're eventually gonna have to buy a car. You know, it's not gonna last forever.